In today's video, I'll be doing an AP class tier ranking from the 13 AP classes that I've taken, plus one AP class that I self-studied. So our tiers for today are going to be the S tier, is the classes that you should take and that I loved. The A tier, which is below that S tier, is going to be the category almost amazing. So these ones almost made it into the S tier, but not quite. But at the same time, they are above the B category of about right. So the about right category is going to be those AP exams that I found that weren't too difficult, weren't too easy, but were just about right. The C category is going to be the could take class category. Now, this class and tier is going to be for those classes that I'm neutral on. Could have taken them, could have not taken them. Not really one way or the other. Not really necessarily good, not necessarily bad, just could take. The D category is for the disliked classes. These are going to be the classes that I strongly disliked. The E class is going to be the enemy of my GPA class. Now, these are going to be the classes that were really harmful to my GPA. Option, or the last class that we have, is the wish I never took class, or tier. So these are going to be all those classes that I wish I never took. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. First one we're going to have up is going to be AP Statistics. AP Statistics, S tier. Why is it S tier, and why should you take it? Why did I love it? Well, by far the easiest math class for AP that I've ever taken. I've only ever taken AP Calc AB, but it's AP Statistics, super easy. I finished pretty much my whole second semester in like 2 or 3 or 4 weeks because it was online. You could go at your own pace. Really easy class, S tier, great, fantastic, loved it. All right, next one. Let's do AP US History. So AP US History, I liked it. It wasn't super easy, at the same time, wasn't super difficult. Pretty fun class. Depending on your teacher, you could have a lot of homework. There is a fair amount of reading and memorizing of some information and key themes across history you have to do, but overall, I'd say it's about right. I wouldn't say it's almost amazing, but at the same time, I'd say I had an overall positive experience in it, so I would put it over the could take category there. Next up, let's take a look at AP Calculus AB. So AP Calculus AB, that is the other math AP that I've taken. Now, AP Calculus AB is going to go in the about right category as well, and here's why. I would put it above the could take category because I would say it's positive to know calculus overall. I think it's pretty helpful. A lot of employers and colleges look for you to have taken calculus. Thus, I put it in the about right category. Overall, it's not too difficult of a course, so I wouldn't advise you not to take it. At the same time, I wouldn't say it's almost amazing because it is semi-difficult, so I put it in the about right category. Next up, we're going to do AP English Language and Composition. So, AP English Language and Composition is going to be in my disliked category, and here's why. For that class, it's going to vary a lot depending on which teacher you had. For me, I had a teacher who was really, really strict and difficult in that class. So for that reason, I had to spend a lot of time writing essays, reading information. Thus, it goes in my disliked category. Now, what's making it so it's not in the enemy of my GPA category is that I still got A's in that class, but it took an immense amount of work. That was probably 3 times what it took me in any other class or my hardest other AP class to get that grade. So that's going to go in the disliked category there. If I had a teacher who was less strict, I'd say it'd probably go in the could take category. Also, a lot of reading for that class, not as much as AP Lit, but a decent amount there as well. So it goes in the disliked category. Next up, let's go ahead and do AP Biology. So AP Biology, once again, that's going to go in the about right category, and I'll explain why here. AP Biology overall, fairly helpful information to know just overall in your life, even if you're not going into the medical field. Thus, I'd put it in about right because it's not quite almost amazing because there is a lot of information that you have to memorize and learn for it. So it is a fair amount of work, thus preventing it from being in the almost amazing category, but still would recommend taking it, thus putting it above the could take category, since it can be a fun class as well with labs and things like that. Next up, we're going to do AP Chemistry. AP Chemistry, wish I never took it. So this is going to be the only class that I wish I never took. The reason I wish I never took it was for a lot of reasons. One reason being I never took chemistry at all before, ever in my life, and then I took AP Chemistry, and it went not great. I got an A my first semester. Second semester, I think I got B+. Overall, definitely struggled in that class. Really tough first month and 2 months since I didn't know any chemistry. If you know chemistry, I'd say you could probably put it in the enemy of my GPA category or in the disliked category. But overall, really tough class, hardest AP class I've ever taken. Probably wouldn't recommend it to people overall, thus the wish I never took category. Alright, moving on to our next one. We have AP Physics 2. AP Physics 2, I'm going to put in the could take category. Now, the reason that I'm neutral on AP Physics 2, keep in mind it is algebra based, so it's not too difficult as far as you're not going to need calculus for it. But the reason it goes in the could take category is because A, it starts off pretty easy. Okay, you got some units that aren't too difficult, but then you get into some other units such as electricity with circuits. I've never been good at circuits. Even in AP Physics 1, I was horrible at circuits. So AP Physics 2, it's going to go in the could take category. Some units really easy, really quick. Other units really difficult, pretty complex, thus the could take. You could take it, you could not. It's really your call on that one. Next up, let's go ahead and do its partner, AP Physics 1. AP Physics 1 is going to go in the about right category. AP Physics 1 is a lot easier in my opinion. Concepts are more easy to understand, a lot more with kinematics, motion, much simpler stuff. Equations overall, slightly less difficult than with AP Physics 2, thus I put it in the about right category. Would recommend taking it, but I wouldn't say that it's almost amazing. All right, next up, we are going to go ahead and do AP Microeconomics, or is that macro? We got Macroeconomics. AP Macroeconomics, that's going to be almost amazing. Now, the reason AP Macroeconomics is almost amazing and not quite S tier is because it is a little bit harder than Microeconomics in my opinion, thus preventing it from being S tier, and that kind of just gave away what AP Microeconomics is going to be as well. So I'll go ahead and put AP Microeconomics in the S tier as I explain both these economics courses together. So AP Macroeconomics, I found it really fun class, really interesting stuff. Overall, not too difficult either. Fairly simple questions, problem sets for your response. So overall, genuinely a positive experience, especially if you have a great teacher. If you have a great teacher, economics classes can be really fun, really interesting. So definitely that one's going to be almost amazing. The reason AP Microeconomics is S tier is because AP Microeconomics is easier than macroeconomics. I'd say it's close to as easy as AP Stats, but I would say AP Stats is probably a little bit easier if you're strong in math. Thus, S tier is AP Microeconomics. All right, let's find another one. Let's go ahead and do AP Computer Science A. AP Computer Science A is another one that's going to go in the almost amazing category. Now you may be thinking, AP Computer Science A is a pretty hard class. It's not too difficult. I would say that it's probably more difficult than probably more difficult than AP Stats, AP Microeconomics, but I'd say that it's probably less difficult than AP Biology, AP Calculus AB, probably AP US History, and probably AP Physics 1 as well. So the difficulty would really put it in that A tier. In addition to that, it's really, really useful stuff, which also puts it in that almost amazing tier. Now, the reason it's not quite in the S tier is just because it is a little bit harder than that AP Stats and AP Micro, but overall, AP Computer Science A, a class that I would definitely recommend. I find it fun, find it interesting. You can do projects, cool stuff with it, so definitely recommend that one. All right, next up, let's go ahead and do AP English Literature and Composition. AP English Literature and Composition, I'm going to also put in the about right category. Now keep in mind that it could possibly get bumped down to the could take category. It's kind of on the verge. It's going to depend a lot on your teacher. For my teacher, she didn't assign a ton of work or necessarily a ton of reading, which I really liked because I didn't want to read a lot. I'm not a big reader. So AP English Literature, it's a fun class. If you have a nice class with your friends and things like that, discussing reading and literature, it can be fun. If you have a class that's really boring and a teacher who assigns a ton of reading, you're probably going to want to bump that down to the could take category. But overall, I found it about right. Had a pretty positive experience, but it's not almost amazing because there is a decent amount of reading there. All right, we've got about 2 classes left here. So we got AP Comparative Government is going to be the next one. AP Comparative Government is not going to be S tier. AP Comparative Government is going to be almost amazing tier. Now, the reason it's not S tier is because there's more information that you're going to have to learn for it than AP US Government, which I'll get to in a minute. AP US Government is going to be in the S tier because AP US Government, if you grew up in the United States, you know a lot of this stuff. It's checks and balances. It's things like that. So you already know most of it. It's really just memorizing a few facts and information. So if you're taking the class online or something like that, you could probably finish it in a month if you wanted to, or if you're taking it in person, you can work ahead. Overall, information is pretty easy to grasp, pretty easy to understand, thus the S tier. You should take it. I say I'd love it. Not necessarily a big fan of politics anymore, but I would say that was definitely interesting, and I'd recommend taking it. So that's S tier. Reason AP Comparative Government's in the A tier, like I said, more information to memorize. You got multiple countries instead of just one country that you have to know their political structures, a couple facts and information you have to memorize for comparative government, a lot more than AP US. But at the same time, I put it above about right because, once again, it's easier than all those classes that are in the about right category, thus putting it in the almost amazing category. So with that, that takes me through all of the classes that I have taken in high school, as well as the one I self-studied, which was AP Comparative Government and Politics. So to summarize, in the S category, we have should take / loved it. These are classes I loved and would definitely recommend taking. These include AP Statistics, AP Microeconomics, AP US Government and Politics. In the next tier, we have almost amazing. These are the classes that I found were really cool. Definitely would recommend taking, but not quite S tier. These are going to be AP Macroeconomics, AP Computer Science A, and AP Comparative Government. In the B for about right tier, we have AP US History, AP Calc AB, AP Biology, AP Physics 1, and AP English Literature and Composition. In the C for could take category, we have AP Physics 2, And in the D category for disliked, we have AP English Language and Composition. In the E category for enemy of my GPA, we don't have any classes. If I was going to put one class or two classes in there, I would put AP Chemistry in there just because I got a B+ in my last semester of my senior year. None of these classes tanked my GPA because I got all A's up until that last semester of my senior year. So the classes I would put in there would be AP Chemistry because I got a B+, as I said. Additionally, possibly AP Lang just because that class was really tough to get an A, but I did still get that A. And then finally, in the Wish I Never Took category, we have AP Chemistry. Definitely wish I never took that class. Never took chemistry before, and it was very difficult. Really tough course, so that's one I wish I never took. So overall, hopefully this video is helpful. Hopefully you found it interesting. Please comment down below what you think as far as AP tiers. Let me know if you think one should be higher, one should be lower, and overall give me your thoughts. If you're looking for how to get a 5 on AP exams, be sure to check out my videos that you'll see on your screen right now. In addition to that, if you're looking to prepare for the SAT, I have free SAT prep content on my YouTube channel by a 1590 score. In addition to that, if you're looking for private SAT tutoring, private college admissions consulting, and private college essay proofreading and editing, be sure to look in the description as well. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and have a great day.